Welcome to our next edition of our Foundation Speaker Series. My name is Michelle Warofka. As many of our viewers may know, our summer program, Pennsylvania Free Enterprise Week, is held each summer in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. And for the last 42 years of PFEW, we are so grateful for our friends and colleagues at Lycoming College, who for 30 plus of those 42 years have served as one of our host campuses. Literally, thousands of PFEW participants over the years have lived on their lovely campus, ate their food, explored, and used their outstanding facilities during their week-long stay. We value greatly this partnership with Lycoming College and their wonderful team who welcome us like family and work hard to help make PFEW a success each summer. Joining us today to tell us more about Lycoming College, or LYCO, as a lot of people know them as, to tell us more about the programs and opportunities they offer, as well as the admissions process, it is my great pleasure to introduce you to Mr. Kevin Hooker. Now, Kevin is a graduate of West Virginia University, where he majored in journalism. After working in media for a couple of years, Kevin discovered his true passion was working closely with high school students and helping them further their education. So welcome, Kevin. Thanks for joining us today.
Of course, Michelle. Thank you so much for having me today. I'm super excited to tell our viewers all about Lycoming College and all of the great opportunities that we can offer. So again, everybody, thank you again for joining me. Just here to kind of tell you some bullet points about Lycoming and kind of how our application process and kind of what we're all about. All right, so who we are. So Lycoming College was founded in 1812. We are one of the 50 oldest colleges in America. So kind of a nice little bragging point about us there. But, while we are an older college, we do try to keep things pretty modern and pretty updated. We have had some new upgrades in our facilities, which I'll talk about here in a little bit. About 1,200 students on campus. So we are a pretty small school. Definitely do specialize in, individualized attention with faculty. Your average class size is only going to be about 15 to 18 students, but major classes, 300 level classes can be 5-6 students as well. So really kind of forces you to participate and get those opportunities with faculty. About 52% of our students are female and about 48% are male. So we do have a good blend, and about 17 countries. From those 1,200 students, they're from 17 countries and 29 states. So we do have a good little melting pot here in Williamsport. In terms of faculty, we have 88 full-time faculty, with about 97% of them holding a PhD or the highest equivalent. So you definitely know that you're going to get your resources from the best possible professor. Someone who's very intelligent. And like I said, very small school, so about 12 to 1 student to faculty ratio. And professors and mentors and collaborators are certainly willing to work with students, whether it be in office hours or email or kind of any way that students want to connect with faculty. And then just a couple bragging points about us too. Lycoming College was recently named one of the best 385 colleges by the Princeton Review, so that's definitely something we're proud of. We're also named one of America's top return on investment colleges by Forbes. I think a big reason for that is our internship office here at Lycoming, which I'll talk about in a little bit. So again, just about some upgrades to our facilities. The Craft Gateway Center was built, just actually completed construction this past October. We put about $13 million into the project. So it's definitely something we're proud of. It's kind of like our new one-stop shop on campus. So it'll have the Office of Admissions. It has our internship office, the Center for Enhanced Academic Experiences. Also hosts our Center for Outdoor Leadership and Education program. And we also do have some seminar rooms, some study rooms that our students have used too. So really, a brand new facility here, very modern, and it is kind of our new little welcome to campus. We also did do some renovations to our Lynn Science Center. So students who are interested in biology and chemistry, they'll be doing their classes at the Lynn Science Center, and we just put about $8 million into that building as well. That also has our planetarium, has some classrooms, has some research and teaching labs. So for students who are interested in the sciences, the Lynn Science Center is definitely a great resource. And of course, we also do have upgrades to our new biochemistry suites. We put in new academic classrooms within the past couple of years, some new smart boards as well. So like I said, we are an older college, but we do keep things pretty modern, pretty up to date for our students. So a 21st century liberal arts education. So what does that look like? So kind of the beauty of a liberal arts school is you can really kind of mix and match what you want to do. A liberal arts school is very much overarching. So not only will you take classes, in your major, but you also take some reasoning classes, some public speaking classes, things that will kind of, be with you for the rest of your life. That is kind of the beauty of a liberal arts school. So here at Lycoming, we have 43 majors and 66 minors. And like I said, very easy to kind of mix and match what you want to do. If you want to be maybe astrophysics with business, or if you want to be, English with math, very easy to kind of mix and match and kind of see, what it is that you ultimately are interested in. Students have up until their second semester of sophomore year to declare major. So you can really kind of use those 3 semesters to really kind of hone in and see exactly what you want to do. I mean, you're 17, 18 years old. I wouldn't expect you to know exactly what you want to do for the rest of your life. So that those first kind of couple semesters are really kind of a good transition for you to kind of see what it is that you're interested in. Here at Lycoming, just some popular majors that we have. Astrophysics, like I had mentioned, is pretty popular, but we also have the sciences, which are pretty good. Biology, or chemistry is also very popular. Psychology is very popular. Criminal justice, but like I said, over 40 majors here. So if you are interested in a program, I guarantee you, Lycoming has something what you're looking for. So kind of the big bragging point here at Lycoming that we're really proud of is our Enhanced Academic Experience Office. This was actually just built within the last couple of years. So it's really kind of an opportunity for you to get experience outside of the classroom. Professors can teach you as much as you want. You can sit in on lectures, but you're never going to get that experience unless you actually sort of, experience it for yourself. So the Enhanced Academic Experience Office does a real good job of placing our students within internships, whether it be in the Williamsport area, whether it be back home where the student lives, or if they wanted to go abroad for a semester or for a couple weeks. Certainly possible for you to do. We actually do require our students to complete an enhanced academic experience before they graduate. So that might be an internship, that might be a study abroad opportunity. If you wanted to double major, that would also fulfill an enhanced academic experience. And most students usually graduate with at least a couple of these. So, like I said, very easy to do. It would just be something you'd have to work out with the office when you get here. And another great kind of benefit to our internship office is it's very cluster based. So you'll be working with a specific advisor, all 4 years, who specializes in your major. So it's not like you'll be jumping from person to person and you'll have to kind of explain your situation, over and over again, because you'll be, like I said, working kind of with the same people, the same person all 4 years. So residential life here on campus. So the dorming is kind of one of the more exciting features about college. So I know when I was looking at colleges, the dorm life was always kind of my big thing. So about 87% of students do live on campus. You actually do require most of our students to live on campus all 4 years. Just kind of brings back that whole family atmosphere. Studies have shown that students who are living within close quarters, better opportunities to make friendships and better opportunities to make networks. As opposed to students who live off campus and really maybe aren't really ensconced in the residential life. So for freshmen, 2 different dorming options. We have Skeeth Hall and we have Asbury Hall. These are both co-ed, but they're separated by they're kind of separated down the middle. So it's not like you have to worry about living with someone of the opposite gender. We also do have options for students in Wesley Hall on the first floor. More of our STEM scholars. So students who come into college with more credentials and kind of have a really good scholarship will be eligible to also live on first floor of Wesley Hall, which maybe is a little bit more modern than Skeeth and Asbury. We also do have upperclassmen dorming. So we have 6 residential upperclassmen dorms, that range from quads to apartment style. And those would just be kind of something that you'll get more priority for as you get more credits under your belt and kind of have, when you're a sophomore and junior. Because like I said, during that freshman year, you're kind of going to be limited to Skeeth, Asbury, and maybe Wesley Hall. But you will have opportunities to get, better priority housing sort of as you move up the ranks. So student life. So what do you do on campus? So we have over 80 clubs and organizations here on campus. We also have over 15 NCAA Division III sports. So a great way to kind of get involved, if you want to continue sports in college. We have wrestling, we have football. We don't have baseball, unfortunately, but we do pretty much have everything else, softball as well. So it would just be something you'd have to kind of work out with the coach, whether he or she recruits you or if you want to maybe stop in their office if you came for a visit. So great ways to kind of continue continue your athletic career. But most students are, involved in either some sort of club or sport. We always have a big festival at the beginning of the year in our quad, which kind of showcases all of our clubs and organizations, and gives students sort of an opportunity to sign up for them through their email. So again, a great way to kind of get involved. They can range from academic clubs to more social clubs. But a more popular club here on campus is probably our Outdoor Leadership and Education Club. So it really gets students kind of off campus to get, to enjoy, whitewater rafting. If they wanted to go camping for a weekend, if they wanted to go skiing, we sent students to Vermont a couple of times this past semester for ski trips. New York City is also a real good spot too. So these trips are free for students too. So obviously the academic aspect is the most important part of college, but we also want you to be involved in the campus life and meet some friends and stay involved. So the Williamsport area. So here in Williamsport, we are kind of in central Pennsylvania. So kind of our big claim to fame here is we are home to the Little League World Series. That's kind of our big thing. And it's kind of nice too, because it kind of coincides with students coming back to campus. It usually kicks off at the end of August, which is great. Unfortunately, it can't happen this year because of the coronavirus, but still super excited about it, in the years to come. And then also here in Williamsport, lots of local boutiques, a couple of different, local restaurants that we have here. Our downtown area is pretty vibrant. We do have a nice little downtown area. The Susquehanna River is also a real nice spot for students to take hikes or take walks. Kayaking trips are also, close by too. So we definitely do try to utilize, sort of the woods around us. And then we also are pretty close to some of these major cities. New York City is only about 3 hours away. DC and Pittsburgh maybe 4 hours away. So there are opportunities to kind of get off campus and kind of go to some of these, major cities that aren't too far away. And we are also home to, a really good healthcare system here too. UPMC Susquehanna is just right down the road. So if you did have any sicknesses or if you want to maybe see a doctor, we do have a lot of resources for students to kind of get that here in Williamsport. So the Office of Admissions. So if you did have any questions just about our process, this is kind of the best way to contact us. We have 6 admissions counselors here in Lycoming, and we're all kind of broken up by territory. So I cover the Scranton area, and I also cover down by Harrisburg, but we also have a counselor who, covers the state of New Jersey. We have a counselor who covers the west side of Pennsylvania, the east side of Pennsylvania. So sort of depending on where you fall is where you'll kind of be working with a specific advisor. Kind of the best way to get in contact with us is just to visit us on our website at lycoming.edu, and we can connect you with the right people and kind of get you moving within the process. So how do you apply? So you visited the school, you really kind of like the campus, and now you want to go to apply to Lycoming. So the most common way that students do that is through the Common application. So to set up a profile, you would just have to go to commonapp.org and just kind of get set up with a basic profile. And then we would just ask for your high school transcript. We would ask for your SAT scores. We would ask for a couple different letters of recommendation, and we'd also ask for your application essay. In the Common application, there's a corresponding essay that goes with that. Some students also apply through the Coalition application, but we're more in Pennsylvania, and the Coalition application is more for students in Maryland. So I would really just kind of focus my attention on applying through the Common application. And a couple of different ways you can apply. Some students go early decision, which starts on November 15th, and you'll get a decision by the 30th. But most students will apply either early action or regular decision. So they'll start applying to schools probably the middle part of December, and we'll get them a decision by the first part of January or maybe around Christmas time. So they really have 3 or 4 more months before they really have to kind of get the pressure of kind of making decisions. So lots of time within those couple months to still kind of look at schools and see what's a good fit for you. So like I said, we, a couple different ways to apply. Like I said, we would just ask for your official transcript, your SAT scores, and then just a letter of recommendation from either a counselor, your guidance counselor, or one of our teachers, one of the teachers that you've had in high school. We also do have a test optional route for students. So for me, for example, I was never maybe the best test taker. And so having this SAT optional, is a great resource for students who maybe don't want to submit those scores. So we would just ask that you be in the top half of your class and have at least a 3.0 GPA. And instead of submitting the test scores, we would just ask you to submit 2 essays that you wrote in high school, with teacher annotations on them, so we can just kind of verify the authenticity. And don't worry about maybe losing scholarship if you go test optional. We've had a lot of students go, test optional and they still get a really good scholarship. So don't worry about, oh man, I didn't do great on the test. Now I'm kind of in trouble. There's certainly options for you to go a different way if you didn't want to submit those scores. So financial aid. So financial aid is kind of the biggest, the most kind of important factor about college. I'm not going to lie to you, it's a very big investment. So you want to make sure that you're doing your homework and making sure that you're comfortable, doling out this kind of money. So students at Lycoming, 100% of our students here are eligible for financial aid. We also do give out merit-based scholarships for all of our students. So, a scholarship to kind of just automatically reduce your cost. So our merit-based scholarships here at Lycoming range from $18,000 to $28,000 per year. And kind of our biggest determining factors for those are, SAT scores, GPA, your class ranking in your graduating class. And so kind of, depending kind of where you are in that spectrum, maybe you'll kind of be to the higher end of that merit-based scholarship. And what's great about that too is you'll have that all 4 years. So don't worry about, if you struggle a year, you're going to lose that scholarship. That's not the case. You'll have that scholarship and that'll retain all 4 years. But another great way to reduce that cost too is also applying for the FAFSA. So in addition to applying to schools, what you also want to do is create a profile on studentaid.gov and get it set up with a FAFSA. Basically what the FAFSA is, it's a way for you to kind of just tell schools your financial history, your financial income, kind of show schools kind of how much need you would need. And then schools will kind of give you a customized package based on your needs. So, for students maybe who might need more will maybe get more money in the form of grants or additional loans or additional scholarships. So you'll be sure to, you'll want to make sure that you fill out the FAFSA in addition to applying to schools. And, like I said, schools are more than willing to help you out in terms of giving you money because, they want you to come to the school ultimately. So if there's ways for them to make it happen, they'll certainly, help you out. So visiting campus. So we do have a couple of different summer preview days coming up. I always say, the best way to see if a school is good for you is just to step on campus yourself and ask those questions. So a couple of different days we have coming up. June 26th and July 24th are kind of our next 2 big summer preview days for students to come to campus. I know that students might be kind of hesitant because of COVID-19, but Lycoming County, which is the county that we're in, was actually considered a green phase. So we are kind of slowly kind of transitioning back into normalcy, fortunately, while still sort of following CDC guidelines with, masks and hand sanitizers and, temperature checks and all of that. But if one of these 2 days isn't good for you, we are open Monday through Friday from 9 to 2. So definitely lots of opportunities for you to kind of still visit campus. We also do offer Saturday visits as well if you want to maybe come on the weekend. And we also do offer virtual chats as well. So if maybe you wanted to talk with an admissions counselor over Skype, or if you wanted to give them a call, just sort of make arrangements with them to maybe get some of your questions answered. But I always tell students too, our website is a great resource, lycoming.edu, if you want to check out maybe some of our majors, get some more information on financial aid, maybe get some more information on campus life, so that'd also be a great resource for you to do. And you can also set up your visit through our website as well. So yeah, so with that, Michelle, I'll pass it back off to you. Again, Lycoming College, great school. Very, very small, and we do kind of give our students some great attention here at Lycoming. So hope you'll consider applying when you start applying for schools. And if you do have any questions, please feel free to reach out to one of us here at admissions.
Wonderful. Thanks so much, Kevin. That's great. And if I may add, as I mentioned earlier, we are proud and really value the partnership that we have with Lycoming College and the wonderful faculty there like yourself. And if I may add, one of the nice incentives and bonuses for any student who attends Pennsylvania Free Enterprise Week, our summer programming, we're thrilled that Lycoming College sees the value in the students who take part in PFEW, that they offer their own scholarship for students. So that is $5,000 renewable each year, up to 4 years, for a total of $20,000. So and that's just one of the many incentives and advantages that Lycoming Lycoming College offers our participants. So thank you so much for that. And thank you, Kevin, for your time here today and for enlightening us all on the wonderful things that Lycoming College has to offer.
Yes,
Thank
absolutely.
you.
Thank you, Michelle.
Yes, and if you have any questions for Kevin, or if you'd like to reach out to him for more information, or if you want to schedule that campus visit, I know Kevin would love to connect with you. So his contact information will follow at the conclusion. Please stay tuned. Thanks everyone for watching.